Bleed black and gold, buff forever, you already know, man. It's your boy, you know, T Green, and I'm back with another one.
Buff Nation, Buff Nation, Buff Nation, what it do, baby? What it do? Yeah, boy, this spring game was lit, y'all. If you missed it, I don't know how you missed it. Man, boy, it was a wet, slippery snow day at the spring game, but it went down and everybody showed up and showed out. I must say, I was hyped. I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. I cooked on the grill and all. I was acting like it was a real game. Had my own little tailgate party with myself. But you know what? I wasn't disappointed, and I know you wasn't either. But the main news of the night, y'all, if you missed it, man, our boy Charlie, running back, yeah, big dog, who got moved up to the number 2 spot, which I didn't know he was hurt. I was kind of shocked, but I was happy to see this here. Y'all, did you see he got a scholarship now? What I told you he was gonna get a scholarship, because I said it before. I said, man, who is this walk-on who just out here handling this business? And I said that months ago in the video, and now look today. He earned his spot. He earned everything that came with that. And actually, it was an emotional moment. Did y'all see how that hug was? I mean, Charlie was in tears. Even Coach Prime said, man, you about to make me cry. I ain't gonna even lie. I was watching it and I was just like, oh man, like, you kind of just like, you wanted to give him a hug, you know what I mean? Just because he deserved it. And this is what I mean about hard work and dedication eventually pays off. It don't matter what you do in life, right? It's about how you do it. Are you gonna get out there and do whatever it takes to succeed? By all means, really. You gotta want it like how that dude said in that quote. You gotta want it as bad as you wanna breathe, just like you see how I'm sucking in that air? You see how bad you want to breathe? That's how bad you gotta want it. So big ups to Charlie, you know what I mean? I know we have a lot of running backs coming into the fold, but for him to move up to the number 2 spot, and look how them doors just continue to open up. We had a few people leave, like Alton McCaskill, and now those scholarships is available. And one thing about Coach Prime, hey, you loyal, you work hard, I'ma make sure. So all that what people talking about, oh, Coach Prime show favoritism, Coach Prime do this, Coach Prime, nah. Show up and show out and you can be a dog. Y'all already know how I do when I get to bark. But on to other news, y'all. We gotta talk about the receivers that showed up and showed out during the spring game. And they showed up. LaJohntay Weston, look at the stats, y'all. He had a 19-yard touchdown and he finished with 66 yards. Travis Hunter, big dog, you already know, had 4 passes thrown at him, which he caught. Amarion Miller snagged 2. Jimmy Horn, looking at my notes, he caught 1 pass, and I already knew that was gonna happen. Like I say, Jimmy Horn gonna have a big year this year. You seen how that boy been doing in practice. Lord have mercy. Good googly moogly. But let's speak about the defense a little bit. I ain't gonna mention Shedeur. You know I'm gonna mention Shedeur one time, right? Shedeur showed up, but like I say, hey, this is just a scrimmage. We couldn't see the full package before I start talking about the defense, because I know me personally, I wanted to see a little bit more of what kind of offense we gonna run, but I can say it looked like it's gonna be a pass-heavy offense. So with it just being like a scrimmage, we can't say Shedeur did one of them games, but he did do one of those type games, because look at the stats, y'all. 10-14, y'all, 116 yards total. I mean, hey, that's not too bad for a scrimmage, you know. Bro got in there and did his thing. But hey, shout out to my dog, Khalid Mathis. What I've been telling y'all, y'all put some respect on my dog name. Give him a bar. Because he showed up and showed out for a few plays, man. Hey, you know, it's nothing but love here for Khalid Mathis, because I'm telling you, man, this fall, he finna put some respect on his name now, boy, I tell you. And we already know LaJohntay Weston. But whew, that was a sight to see. But yeah, shout out to Isaiah Hodge. You know, that running back, man. He actually wasn't a running back. He actually came from the defensive side of the ball. And he had to step in. You know, I wanted to see Mekhi Welch out there, you know, kind of do his thing. But hey, hold it down, man. He did his thing. So the offense was a little, you know, iffy at that running back position and our tight end position, to say the least. But Isaiah Hodge had to step up to the plate and hold that ball because Charlie was out with an injury, which, like I said, I didn't even know he was hurt before, the game, because I just knew we was going to see some of Charlie, my last name Wilson. I just had to do that. But anyway, Isaiah did step up to the plate, and I gotta say, the few running plays that he did get, hey, he was kind of swifty back there, I gotta shout him out though, but at the end of the day, man, like I say, the offense, we didn't really get to see my dog Shedeur do too much craziness, but it looks like we're gonna be a real pass-heavy offense again this year. Hopefully when these new running backs get in there, we sort things out in that running back room and we kind of figure out what type of running backs we really gonna have in the fold. We do have a lot of incoming transfers, which I have covered, and I got a few videos coming up, I meant to say, about that. So speaking on the offensive line during the spring game, we had Jordan Seaton, Khalil Benson, Tyler Brown, Justin Mayers, and Hank Zelinkas. Those was the starters looking at my notes. And I must say, they did a pretty good job protecting Shedeur Sanders, who also did an amazing job throwing that ball. We got to see what this offense will kind of look like. We do look like we're going to be a little pass heavy because we still trying to figure out our running backs, of course, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it did look good. And they protected Shedeur for the most part. He only got 1 sack during the spring game, which, 1 sack is still too many. Anybody gonna say that when you want your quarterback to be protected. But at the end of the day, this was a vast improvement from last year, you know what I mean? So shout out to those 5 guys there. And I'm glad Big Dog Hank is at center, he deserves it. And most of all, shout out to Tyler Brown getting that starting role at that guard position. Like, a lot of people don't give him his kudos, but man, that man stuck in there when... Hey, all I can say is his back was against the wall last year with that whole NCAA thing. Let's not forget about that. But moving on to defense, once again, Travis Hunter did good on defense. It was good to see him at the nickel position, to see how that worked out. It was good to see Cameron Severin Craig at the safety position, him and Shiloh, Trevor Woods at that linebacker position. But you got to give it to Jeremiah Brown. Jeremiah Brown was a dog during the spring game. And if he keep that up going into the fall, we're going to see a lot of Jeremiah Brown here, just looking at my notes and stuff like that. Let's see who led in tackles. I believe, Jeremiah Brown. He had 6 tackles of the day. Yeah, I'm looking right here. And that was real good, Shane Coates had a strip sack. That was nice to see. What else other notes I got? Jalen Wester, 3 tackles. Wow. I was glad to see that. But man, our edge rusher, he did good. Tahaj McCoy. I may be pronouncing his name wrong, so I do apologize. He had 3 tackles and 1 for a loss. Defense was real solid. I like what I saw. Overall, I feel like the spring game, of course, it wasn't, it's a spring game. So a lot of things we didn't see. It wasn't formulated, how we would traditionally like to see a spring game ran. But that was fine. We saw the offense in some positions, 3rd in this, 4th in this, you know what I mean? We got to saw transition. We saw defenses in different schemes a little bit to kind of see how guys moved around. So overall, I think the spring game was a good one, a good success. Let me look at here. Is there anything else that I forgot or left out? I think that's about it, y'all. There's nothing else to say. We saw how the offensive line did. We saw how the defensive line did. Most of all, I feel the quality of depth is there now. I'm looking forward to seeing what the summertime bring. Some guys may get up out of there. Some guys may stay, you know what I mean? Hopefully if they stay, we do have a lot of people committing. Y'all finna see the videos on that, but man, like I said, it's your boy, T Green. You already know the motto, baby. It's Buff Nation forever. Oh, man.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, T Green. And I'm going to be right back with another one.